As I roll back, was that deja vu? You know, I think I did the same thing yesterday, the same time, at the same time. It's getting harder to tell the weekend from the weekday when you sleep until noon and you don't leave your room. I just feel so dull. I'm so dull. Today I left my house for the first time in weeks. And I saw you from the corner of my eye. I think you're just what I need to shake up my life. Won't you break my heart? Come on, break my heart. Minutes gone and the hours too. Spent the whole day watching sitcoms. Inject that right into my veins. Saving money on gas cause I don't drive my car. Is there's nowhere to go and I've got nowhere to go. I just feel so dull. I'm so dull. Today I left my house for the first time in weeks. And I caught you from the corner of my eye. I think you're just what I need to shake up my life. Break my heart, come on, break my heart. Come on, break my heart, won't you break my heart? Come on, break my heart, won't you break my heart? Come on, break my heart, won't you break my heart? Come on, break my...
Hello, 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 everyone. It is your favorite girl on the rocks, of course, and we are here for another amazing episode of Raw. And like we do every show, I am joined here by an amazing band that I just got the pleasure of seeing perform. Half and Half. Half and half. That's how I like my coffee. We were talking about this before. So I want to go down the line, have you guys introduce yourself first before we get into the interview and learn more about your music and about you guys as a band and just what you guys have coming next. So let's start with you and work our way down. So just tell me where you're from, your name, and what role you play in a band.
Sure. My name is Mike Sandberg. I play drums in FigureHead. And yeah.
Where are you from?
Staten Island, New York.
Hey, okay. Who's next?
My name's Chris Toronto. I play guitar in FigureHead, and I am also born and raised in Staten Island.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's keep it rolling.
And my name's Joe Scarcella. I play bass in FigureHead. Also born and raised in Staten Island.
All right, so we're all from Staten. I'm like, all right, yep. All right.
But you know, we're all about to be
we're
transplants. I'm the only one left for a couple of weeks.
All right, so let's talk more about that. So what do you guys have planned that you guys are going to be going a little away for a while?
We're not going away, but we all moved off the island, so now we go practice at,
Right, yeah, I live in New Jersey now.
Awesome.
Mike lives in Brooklyn.
I will be living in Brooklyn.
So how was that? I know, being from Staten Island, from such a small borough, it's very communal. So what was that like leaving Staten Island and still being able to perform and do shows here and stuff like that?
Just getting used to paying the toll.
Right? Yeah, right.
Lots of sitting in
it'll do
traffic for you guys.
Yeah, lots of traffic, but it's worth every
from
minute
Jersey,
of it.
it's not so bad.
Yeah, I mean, we practice at my house, so I just have to sit around and wait for them to show up.
Absolutely. So
nice and
I
easy.
want to know more about just the whole premise of the band, right? So what do you want your listeners to take away from what you're putting out there?
I think when I started writing songs, I just wanted people to have some sort of like emotional response or connection to the songs, like the same artists that I listened to when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, made me feel like I either wasn't alone or like, oh, someone else went through these things too.
Absolutely.
You know, if anyone listened to the song, whether it was one person or 10 people, like if they came away feeling, oh, you know, this is a human response, these are human feelings, I feel these same things too, then I would be thrilled and happy about that.
All right, you guys, so we are going to listen to another song from my amazing guest, Figurehead, right now. Stay with us, and we'll be right back with this more interview.
Bordering time and other things I don't deem valuable. Every interaction's a sacrifice, an attempt to shake my loneliness. I thought by now I have figured out the game, but it goes on. With or without me, with or without me, it's all the same. With or without me, with or without me, it's all the same. Time's arrow marches on at a moment when I am sliding sideways, caught in between the failures of my past and the glaring uncertainties of what's to come. I'm frozen, yeah, frozen in one place, but it goes on. With or without me, with or without me, it's all the same. With or without me, with or without me, it's all the same. With or without me, with or without me, it's all the same. With or without me, with
All right, we are back with my special guest, and you just heard Time's Arrow. So take me on the journey of putting this song together, from the writing process to performing it, choosing what venues you want to perform it. How was it putting this all together?
I think I remember writing this song in my house after I hadn't really written songs for a little while.
Okay.
I just started working a new job and just didn't have time to play music, and this was like one of the first songs that came out. We've had this maybe like, what, 5 years? Something like that. Maybe we've been playing that song, maybe even longer.
Yeah, maybe longer.
You know,
Doesn't
and
feel like that. But you're right.
and the process for this song was like some of our other songs. I come in usually with the idea,
Yeah.
and I show the guys, you know, these are the different sections of the song, and then they do their thing. They add their parts because,
Okay.
you know, they are the experts at their instruments, and I let them just take over
Yeah,
from
Chris
there.
really gives us a ton of creative freedom, and it really helps the songs kind of form organically. You know, where each of us just kind of play off of each other, and just it all usually comes together pretty easily once
and then
we're in a
at the
room
end,
together.
you guys are just puzzling all the pieces together.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
it's
love
just
that.
kind of.
And it always fits really nice. I mean, we've
Absolutely.
been playing together since high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you guys have been together for a while. The band has been together since 2009,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at the research.
right?
All right.
So, you know, with everything, we had a whole pandemic. There's been a whole bunch of stuff going on since then. So I really want to know what got you into becoming a band, right? Like, do you guys have like a secret parent who's like a rock star? Or are you in it because you just love it for the love of music? Do you want to become famous one day? Why are each of you coming together to create this music?
I guess it's really just a desire. I mean, I'm lucky that I had people in my family play instruments
Yeah.
for years, so I was exposed to it, but I still just naturally gravitated towards it, and drums just felt right.
Yeah, you're very flawless with it too. You look like you're having a good time. It's fun. And what about you?
Yeah, and I didn't come, at least I didn't know I came from a family that played music. I
Yeah.
had like great-grandparents who played, but my dad exposed me to all the music that I loved when I was a kid,
Okay.
you know, all the bands from the 90s and classic rock, and he always gave me whatever I wanted or asked for. I was like, oh, you have this Nirvana album? He'd be like, yeah, and he'd let me borrow it, and
Thanks,
I'd sit
Dad.
and, you know, soak it all in. So yeah, I got it a lot from my father.
And how about you?
And my situation was pretty similar to Chris's. So, you know, my family, like far removed, the aunts and uncles and
Yeah.
grandparents, there's a lot of musicians in my family. My parents
Awesome.
themselves weren't. But my parents just, there's always music playing in
Yeah.
their house. And just ever since I was a little kid, they just, you know, the music they listened to really, really influenced me and got me listening to more and more music. And then as I got older, I started branching out and exploring, you know, different kinds of music and really branching out more like that.
Yeah.
And then I started playing bass, and then just kind of all came together.
You guys, this is a musically inclined group of men. Okay? So I am going to actually have them listen to the next song, so stick around with us. We're learning so much about Figurehead, you guys. I'm so happy. I think I actually seen you guys perform live one other time, so I'm super excited to have this experience again.
Great.
So sit tight. We have more with Figurehead coming right up.
I'm always searching something else to say, a story I can tell you, because I'm tired of telling you that I'm always sad. There's no more fun in that. Said there's no more fun in that. No more eyes, beginning of every line. No more feelings, only apathy. And I've been wondering, but I can't relate to songs about dying or crashing your car to prove a point. And the words don't come so easy, not the ones I try and get out. So I hold them in the back of my throat and I let them burn until I sputter out. I've been wondering, am I in need of help? A professional opinion. some way I can fix this, 'cause things are getting bad. When it's hard to talk to you, it's been hard to talk to you. Yeah, 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 yeah. The words don't come so easy. Not the ones to try and get out. So I hold them in the back of my throat and I let them burn until I sputter out. And the words don't come so easy. Not the ones to try and get out. So I hold them in the back of my throat and I let them burn until I sputter out. Always searching something else to say, a story I can tell you, because I'm tired of telling you that I'm always sad. There's no more fun in that. Said there's no more fun in that.
We are back. That was There's No Fun in That. I could put that title on a few things, man. You know, growing up, being an adult, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's just not fun anymore. So tell me a little bit about how you guys came up with this amazing name for your band.
So, when I started the band, it was only me. I didn't know anyone else who played music, so I recorded these songs in my basement, and I was like, oh, they need a title, they need an artist to represent them. So
and
I was a freshman.
Was it hard for you to find people?
Yeah, it was really hard to find people. It took me I had these songs for at least a year and a half before I had met anyone who played, and that was even before I met these guys.
Wow.
But yeah, the name comes from, I was in freshman global studies class.
Nice.
We were learning about William and Mary of Orange, and I only remember the teacher saying that they were figureheads in the government.
Okay.
And I remember being like, oh, I like that word. I like how that sounds. And I started doodling it and, coming up with logos. And I was like, oh, this could be a band name. Like, this is a cool name. And then when I had the people to play together, they were like, what do you want to call this? They're your songs. And I was like, oh. I've been playing with figureheads, so I think that's the name now.
Awesome.
You know.
And so when did you guys come into the band all together? When did you guys join in?
So I joined, was it 2010?
Yeah.
Yeah, winter of 2010. I ran into Chris at a block party
Nice.
in my neighborhood, and we just kind of got to talking. And he mentioned, I knew Chris had a band. I knew Chris's brother for a long time. We went to school together. But Chris mentioned that he was looking for a bass player, and I was like, hey, I play bass.
I know somebody.
And then that's how that happened.
Yeah, we started playing, and haven't stopped since then.
Yeah.
And how about you? When did you come on in?
I came in later that year. It seems like it was way long after that.
Yeah.
It was actually just summer of 2010, but
Okay.
I played in a band with Joe beforehand, and secretly snuck me in the bands.
Back door.
We did.
Listen.
I didn't know I was joining the bands. I thought I was just jamming with this guy, and then they say, okay, yeah, you're going to play with us now.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So I know you guys were saying that the songs that you performed for us today were a little bit on the easier side as far as performance.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, kinda.
And I know you guys are saying that you guys are performing tomorrow. So
Yes,
what do you
yes.
guys have going on tomorrow so that we can probably have some more people come?
Yeah, we're playing at Mother Pug's tomorrow night with
Nice.
our own Yokos, I know, who have been on the show before.
we love
Very
it.
good friends of ours.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So when you guys are going out picking venues to perform, what are some of your favorite things about a performance space and some of your pet peeves?
I think the room and the sound of the room sometimes can be a blessing or a curse. Sometimes you have a room with concrete walls,
Yeah.
and no matter what you do, it's going to be ear-shatteringly loud. But some places are really nice. Some places you just get a really nice intimate feel with the
Yeah.
audience, and you get a real connection. So we try to look for that, but we try to do the best we can anywhere we play.
Absolutely. Yeah. Give it your all everywhere you go. Absolutely.
Absolutely loud.
We like to be loud, so we have to find places that can accommodate that.
Absolutely. And, listen, we have Figurehead here. We have more music with them coming right up. Stick around. This is Raw.
Does this life get better? She asked me. I lied through my teeth and I told her it does. She asked me, how can you be so sure? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And I don't care. I don't give up, my friend. I don't know anything, but I know that we all die in the end. She pressed me and asked, does it ever get better? And I felt the emptiness engulf my soul. I bet right now that you're doing well. For myself, I don't know if I'll ever get there. I don't care. I don't give up, my friend. I don't know anything, but I know that we all die in the end.
we're all set. We're all set. I was about to say we are all set. We're all set.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit of the process for this jam, because I was just saying this is kind of a good song to segue into the end of our interview.
Yeah, actually, I very clearly remember writing this song. I was coming home on the train one night with a bunch of friends, and I had the ending of the song stuck in my head. Like, it just appeared with, you know, the words, we're all set. Like, I just kept hearing it over and over again. So I went home and immediately sat down with the guitar and a keyboard and was like, what are these chords? And figured it out. And then I had this ending, and I was like, well, where does this song start? Like, how do you start this song? So I had to actually work in reverse and like figure out, like, what is this song gonna sound like at the beginning if it sounds like this at the end? And I think it's the only song I've ever written like that, like reverse engineered.
Right. And
you know,
because the ending is so like powerful, it's like a big arena rock song.
I agree.
So,
I was
yeah.
like, in my seat, like,
You can't sustain that energy for a 4-minute song.
Yeah.
It's got to start
Absolutely.
somewhere else and end up there.
For sure. So we are about to wrap up our interview, but I really want to know what is next for Figurehead. Where do you guys see yourself going in the future?
well, we've been writing some new songs.
Yep.
You know, we want to
them
hit
out.
up a studio
Gonna go
again
back to
within,
recording.
in the next 6 months or something,
Yeah.
hopefully. And
Yep.
put out another EP,
Yeah.
branch
Also,
out.
also re-record some of our old music.
Yes, we have a lot of old music.
Yeah.
You've been a band for 12
you always
years.
have the
Yeah.
vault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
We want to get
always
some
stocked
better
up.
quality recordings of that
Absolutely.
stuff. You know, we
For
don't have
sure.
it on like Spotify or anything right now, but we.
Well, you guys are very organized social media wise. I do have to say, when I was going and doing my homework to get ready to prepare to talk to you guys, it was super easy to find everything about you guys, find your music and listen and vibe out. So I just want everyone to know where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, we usually update our Instagram, which I think is at FigureHead Band.
Awesome.
And we're on every streaming service, Spotify, Apple Music. It's a
Verified
little-
artist.
Yeah, verified artist. We're so
okay.
blue check mark. If you look for Figurehead, Mallard is the name of the EP.
Awesome.
Like the duck.
Yep.
You will find our songs that we played here tonight.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have you. Thank you, thank you, thank
thank
you
you.
for
Thank you
making
so
time
much.
for us.
Oh, of course.
Kill that performance tomorrow. If
Thank
I'm
you.
able to squeeze some time in, I'm gonna come down,
awesome.
have a
So.
drink, and watch you guys.
Oh, cool.
But always like to give everybody their flowers on the show. So have a great evening. Make sure you guys get home safe.
thank you. You
And
too.
everyone go and follow Figurehead. Go listen to their new music. Go listen to their old music. Follow them on social media so that you can stick around and see what they have going on. This is Raw. I'm Girl on Rocks, and we are out of here.